Good morning. I'm Melissa Jagodinsky with the Volunteer Center of Brown County, and I am here with Vicki Nell from Acts 18 Ministry. Hi, Vicki.
Good morning, Melissa. How are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
Just fine, thank you.
All right. I'll let you take it over from here.
Great. I'm going to share the screen here. And we're going to welcome all our volunteers and potential volunteers. We're excited to share our ministry and our volunteer opportunities with you. We're going to have some visitors come in when they get here. And that would be Jeff Van Beaver, our founder and president. He's coming in shortly, and then Lee Larson, our ministry coordinator, will come in a little bit later. Now, what we do is, in our mission statement, we train Christians to evangelize through kindness. And it's based off 2 Timothy 3:17. And what we do specifically is at Acts 18 is we reach out to all Christians around the world, and we train them on how to evangelize in their own communities through our free planned Acts of Christian Kindness program. And around here we just call it PAC. Our program allows Christians to share their faith and the love of God in an easy, non-threatening, and fun way. PAC directly links the source of the loving kindness to Jesus Christ and invites the recipient to your place of worship through the Christian Kindness card. Just like God's love is free, so is PAC. Now, what that Christian Kindness card can do is give you a little bit of opening. Earlier this year, before COVID, I went to the Pick and Save on Lombardi and handed out roses for Valentine's Day, and we put that little card with them, and it was touching for people, and people shared their love of God. And I handed one person a rose, put it in her bag while she was boxing up her groceries, and she goes, "Thank you, I needed that today." So I said, "I'll say a prayer for you," and she goes, "Thank you." I said, "Did you need to talk or anything?" And she says, "No, that's what I needed today." And I said, "Good." Our volunteers are a very integral part of our organization. They actually spread the word out about our program that we offer. One of those volunteer opportunities that does that is our media opportunity. What they do is they send emails out to the radio stations, not only in Wisconsin, but across the United States and even in Canada, and ask them to play our 30-second or 60-second PSA, which is a personal service announcement, public service announcement. And those volunteers that do that, they can actually do it out of their home, or they can come here in the office, and we got a little cubicle nicely set up for them. Either or. I work with people that are in their own home. I'm working one now with somebody in Menasha, and we did everything by Zoom. I mailed her some information. So it really works out nice if you have a few hours, but you want to volunteer, but it's like 7 o'clock at night when you can volunteer, and most places are closed. Also, with this whole COVID thing and people staying in more, they didn't know where to go or what to do. And one day I said, why can't we offer it to people and to have it work out of their own home? And because of that, we've had people down in Texas and Florida and Boston, reach out and say, we want to volunteer. Some of the other options that we have to volunteer are administrative. Then our Christian kindness coach, that is a newer option that we have. And what they will do, once somebody requests the program, the free program that we offer, they'll send out an email to them every day or every week and say, this is, a little story, or this is a little tip for you to hand out those cards to offer a PAC program in your area through your church. Of course, as any organization, we need cleaning and building maintenance people to help us out. And then we also ask for an estate planner. We have a foundation side that does the estate planning for people that are older. That is a good volunteer opportunity for somebody who is maybe a senior, who's retired, but they've done estate planning or they've done financial work and they understand the process and they have empathy and understanding for people that are going through that phase of life and need to set up their estate. A grant writer, we're asking for to send out letters that we have. Put the information in, send out letters, research grants that might help us out, get new information. IT specialists, we work with computers. As any office, you need somebody to call and say, hey, I messed up, what do I do now? So that's always nice to have. A marketing, we're always looking for somebody to figure out our social media. Where is the best place to do our social media platforms? What kind of advertising can we put out there to get that word out about our program and about what Acts 1-8 Ministry does? And of course, all nonprofits do fundraising. And then our PAC, our event volunteers, what they do is they go to Pick and Save. They go to Quick Trip. They hand out the roses. They hand out the bags of salt. I've also heard where in different countries, they may hand out water, or they may hand out rice, whatever the community needs at that time. So that's something you can do in your own church. We have the volunteer descriptions and the volunteer registration form on our website, which is www.acts18.org/volunteer. Please go there. You can look at all the descriptions. If you have any questions, there's an email address that you should be able to reach, and I'll give you my email later on before we close. Bear with me just 1 second, because I think I heard Jeff. You want to come and say hi?
Sure.
This is Jeff Van Beaver, our president and founder.
Hi,
Hi, Jeff.
I'm Jeff.
This is Melissa from Volunteer Center.
Good to meet you.
You too. Thanks for dropping in.
Yeah. Well, thanks for working with us because we're excited to add a lot of volunteers.
Absolutely. We'll see what we can do for you.
That's all we can ask for.
Right now, we're just recording it so we can play it back later for
Okay.
somebody who can't make it.
Okay.
So I'm just going through what we offer and stuff.
Okay. Well, any questions you have for me at all, or?
I don't think so. Vicky's doing a great job.
Yes, she is. We love having her here.
Good, good.
So you take care and have a good day, okay?
You too, Jeff.
Thanks.
Thank
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Huh? He's coming in at 25 after, he said.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Sorry about that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what type of volunteers are we looking for? Volunteers that work either at a home office here in Green Bay. We're in Ashwaubenon on Oneida Street. If you're familiar with Sammy's Pizza, we're like right across the street. Block, I gotta get my directions straight. About a couple blocks away from the stadium, I think in the south direction. You also might be able to work from home, depending on the opportunity, like the media opportunity. We can do that from home. That would be no problem. The grant writing opportunity, we might be able to do that from home also, depending on how we can set that up, because we got to mail it out from here. As far as the age requirement, we have high school students, but we also have retirees. So anybody who wants to volunteer, we could do that also. So for example, the high school students had credits that they needed to meet. We've had people that needed community service hours reach out to us. So if you need forms to fill out, if you need a letter written to your parole officer, I'm willing to do that for you, willing to work with you. If you look at our volunteer opportunities and say, you know what, I don't think my talent is gonna fit your organization, reach out to me and say, hey, this is what I'd like to volunteer for you, because I believe in your mission and believe what you do, but I don't know where I would fit. And we'll talk about your talents. We'll talk about what you want to do, and we'll see if we can come up with a plan for you. And maybe there's a new opportunity we haven't thought of yet. That's what happened with the grant writer. Somebody comes and goes, do you need a grant writer? And I'm like, sure, yeah, we can do that. So we now have a grant writer opportunity. So I'm always happy to speak to somebody about their talents and find what we can do for you. I was having fun with the PowerPoint presentation, as you can tell.
It looks great.
What do we expect from our volunteers? We do have expectations that we'll give you. We'd like you to follow Acts 1 Ministries guiding principles, and I believe I included those in the other in the video that we sent over. If not, those are on our website also. We ask you to be punctual for your volunteer to do your shift. If you're going to be late, or you want to take a day off, give me a call. I usually give you guys my cell phone number. You can send me a text, just as easy. Be reliable, be responsible. I call that being an adult. And I know some days you just don't want to be, you just want to curl up on the couch with the dog. That's me too. But if you're going to commit to something, commit to it and do that for us. Communicate any issues or concerns which are likely to affect your volunteer duties. You got to go to court on a certain date, and you're not able to fill in. You got some kind of health issue. We're willing to work with you on that. complete the duties as assigned and directed. Don't go off and do something on your own. They're there for a reason. And like any organization, we ask you to keep sensitive organizational information confidential and to comply with the policies and procedures of the organization. This is our contact information. Our address is at 2145 South Oneida Street. My information, I'm the volunteer coordinator. My phone number, the general phone number is 920-494-2289, and I'm at extension 301. My email is listed there. You can go ahead and email me. This is all our social media platforms. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn. I had to think of the last one. Now, if there's any questions, we can, you can go ahead and ask those. We'll be happy to answer those for you. Yeah.
Are most of your opportunities, your volunteer opportunities, ongoing?
Yes. Yep.
So what is, go ahead.
Because what we find is that we can keep going with what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And we can take it to the next step. So for the like the radio stations,
mm-hmm.
What we'll do is we'll ask them to play our PSA.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they agree to it, then the next month we'll send them an email and say, thank you for playing our PSA. We were wondering, can we set up an appointment for you to talk with our ministry coordinator, Lee Larson? Because that way we can get somebody actually sharing experiences out there and giving you know, that personal touch. And a lot of times that works,
right,
to get people to the program.
Right.
So we keep going with those things. And hopefully it will just turn over that we're getting new information out there, and we keep growing our organization.
Absolutely. Okay. I think that's the only question I had for you. Is there anything else that you want folks to know about Acts 18 Ministry, or about the volunteer roles that you have, or upcoming events?
As of right now, we don't have any events the rest of September. We are looking at doing pumpkin events and what is the other? Oh, a battery event to replace the batteries in the smoke detectors. I don't have any official dates on that or where it's going to be. Lee is still working those out. But yeah, as far as the opportunities go, they look like this when you go online.
Okay.
So that was something that we just did about a month ago, less than a month ago. I always get my ideas when I'm going to bed at night or taking the dog outside. I don't know if anybody gets the ideas at a weird time, but I'm like, well, why couldn't we do that?
Right.
And so I said to the person that's in charge of the website, I said, is there a way we can put our descriptions online? Because that way people know what they're going to volunteer for. Otherwise, they're just seeing a list and they're going, well, I don't know what that does. I don't know what kind of skills you need or experiences you need.
It's good to have all of that information out there, so if that's maybe something they can look over, and then if they have further questions, they can contact you.
Yeah,
So that's great to have all of that information in one place where
Yeah.
folks can easily access that information and then reach out if needed. That's good.
yeah.
Okay.
I got one more slide. Okay, I want to thank you for checking us out about volunteering with Acts 18 Ministry, and I appreciate the time you all took to be here today or to watch us on the video later. Thank you for all the time and talent you volunteered to serve our God and our community, and I hope you have a blessed and safe week.
Thanks, Vicki.
And that was my